Hey y'all, so I'm gonna read Proverbs chapter 8. I'm reading by myself. I'm at home, and Miss Miracle's gone for a few more days. She'll be in here helping me. Anyways, chapter 8 reads, Does not wisdom call out? Does not understanding raise her voice? At the highest point along the way, where the paths meet, she takes her stand. Beside the gate leading into the city, at the entrance, she cries aloud. To you, O people, I call out. I raise my voice to all mankind. You who are simple, gain prudence. You who are foolish, set your hearts on it. Listen, for I have trustworthy things to say. I open my lips to speak what is right. My mouth speaks what is true. For my lips detest wickedness. All the words of my mouth are just. None of them is crooked or perverse. To the discerning, all of them are right. They are upright to those who have found knowledge. Choose my instruction instead of silver, knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is more precious than rubies, and nothing you desire can compare with her. I, wisdom, dwell together with prudence. I possess knowledge and discretion. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior, and perverse speech. Counsel and sound judgment are mine. I have insight. I have power. By me, kings reign and rulers issue decrees that are just. By me, princes govern and nobles all who rule on earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me find me. With me are riches and honor, enduring wealth and prosperity. My fruit is better than fine gold. What I yield surpasses choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness, along the paths of justice, bestowing a rich inheritance on those who love me, and making their treasuries full. The Lord brought me forth as the first of his works, before his deeds of old. I was formed long ages ago, at the very beginning, when the world came to be. When there were no watery depths, I was given birth. When there were no springs overflowing with water, before the mountains were settled in place, before the hills, I was given birth. Before he made the world or its fields, or any of the dust of the earth, I was there when he set the heavens in place, when he marked out the horizon on the face of the deep, when he established the clouds above and fixed securely the fountains of the deep, when he gave the sea its boundary, so the waters would not overstep his command. And when he marked out the foundations of the earth, then I was constantly at his side. I was filled with delight day after day, rejoicing always in his presence, rejoicing in his whole world and delighting in mankind. Now then, my children, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways. Listen to my instruction and be wise. Do not disregard it. Blessed are those who listen to me, watching daily at my doors, waiting at my doorway. For those who find me, find life and receive favor from the Lord. But those who fail to find me harm themselves. All who hate me love death. So that's Proverbs chapter 8 in its entirety. And who is me? It's been talking about this whole time. It's talking about wisdom. So some of the notes, wisdom's call is contrasted to the call of an adulterous woman, which was in chapter 7 that we read a few days ago. And wisdom is portrayed as a woman who guides us and makes us succeed. It represents creation and works with the Creator. God approves all those who listen to wisdom's counsel. Those who hate wisdom love death. And wisdom should affect every aspect of our life from the beginning to the end. I had this thing I always tell our children. I always say, when they going somewhere, I say, well, make wise decisions. They may be going somewhere with their friends, or they just might be going somewhere by themselves. They could be going to the gym. I don't know. But I always tell them, make wise decisions. If wisdom was with God before he created the earth, then it must have been very, very important. Because knowledge, right, is knowing what to do and what not to do. And wisdom is actually applying that knowledge. So I want them to have knowledge of right and wrong. As their parents, we're responsible for teaching them that. Does that mean they'll always do what they know is right? Nope. Does that mean that they'll always do what's wrong? No. All it means is that we've taught them right. Hopefully we've set a good enough example, a good example for them to follow. But one thing about children, just as we were, they grow up and they make their own decisions based on their life experiences. Now, sometimes we create experiences that just really don't even have to be. But if we don't make wise decisions, which would mean doing what we know is right, taking the knowledge we have and applying it to real life, then we could create hostile environments and situations for ourselves. Kind of make a bed and have to lay in it. One thing about God, I was just praying when I was saying my prayers today. I was praying for my oldest and my husband for guidance. Anything that's meant to destroy them, that God would step in and remove it. Whether it's a person, whether it's a habit, whether it's some tangible thing, don't matter what it is. We all need that, but I was praying for them specifically. Sometimes it may be hard to apply wisdom. That's why we have to be very intentional in it. We have to be intentional. We have to be intentional in making the right decisions sometimes. And you just have to do that until it's not a hard thing to do. Because sometimes we can do things that are, not the right decision for so long, it becomes habit. And we know that old habits are hard to break. But anyways, that's one of the reasons why I always tell them make wise decisions. Because I want them to be able to make decisions on their own. And I want them to make good decisions. But that's it. That's all I got today. God says that wisdom is primary and fundamental. And it is. Just like reading is fundamental, wisdom is fundamental. Okay? So be like Nike and just do it. Make wise decisions. Me too. That goes for me too. All right.